Hi there, and welcome to this lecture. In this video, we will explore how we can handle exceptions in Perl. Specifically, we will look into how we can throw exceptions and how to safely capture exceptions. In general, exceptions happen all the time, unfortunately, even in production. For example, if you try to access a database that is not available, or you try to write to a file that does not exist, or read a malformed JSON, so on and so on. If such exceptions happen, we might want to handle them gracefully and recover in the code without breaking the functionality of our script. So let's see how we can handle exceptions in Perl. To throw an exception, you can use this keyword called die. Now, whenever this is invoked, an exception is going to be thrown and our script is not going to execute the code which is followed after the die statement. For example, if I had a print hello, followed by new line, save this, print our script, I'm going to see that our script died at line 7 and nothing was printed out because our print statement followed after die exception and execution of our code did not continue after line 7. If I would move this line before die statement, save this, rerun our script file, it's going to print hello and then it's going to die at line 8. It's also worth noting that you can throw named exceptions such as die, cannot, go on. If we save this, rerun our script file, we're going to see hello printed and then cannot go on at line 8. Now this is how you can throw exceptions in Perl. Now the question is how you can handle them. Now to handle exceptions in Perl, you can use this keyword called eval, followed by opening and closing curly brackets and ending with semicolon. If we move this die block inside eval and move this print block after the eval, run our code, we're going to see that our script executed as we expected. So hello was printed to the terminal, and we do not see that the execution of the script stopped. However, what I said before regards to the code not executing after exception is thrown still applies inside eval block. To demonstrate, let's introduce a new variable such as my test and assign world as a value. And then we're going to interpolate this into this print statement by saying hello variable test. Run this. It prints hello world as expected because we defined our variable before eval and then we print our hello and test variable interpolated. However, if I would try to reassign a value, let's say test equals Bob, save this, go to the terminal and run our script, is going to say hello world. And why is that? Well, we did declare our variable test and we assign a string world. Then we try to assign a string Bob to our test variable and print it out again. However, inside our eval block, we also threw an exception. And once this exception was thrown, we never got around assigning the value of Bob to our test variable. Now, how can we know when an exception was thrown? Well, Perl has a special keyword for this. And whenever exception occurs and is being captured in eval block, the value of that exception is going to be assigned in $@ symbol. So currently this variable holds the name of our exception. You can use this variable, for example, to print out if an exception was thrown. So if I move this into our print statement, so semicolon, paste it here, save our script file and run it again, we're going to see the hello world semicolon and then cannot go on at script line 10. Now this can be useful if you want to compare if a value was set in this special variable to know if you want to execute a specific code. For example, if you would comment out die statement, go to the terminal, print it out again, it's going to say hello Bob. So currently our $@ variable holds no exception, so no exception was thrown. We are going to see later on in our lectures how to use logical statements to compare if values are set, and you can execute different type of logic based on if there is or isn't a value in this special variable. Now, alternatively, if you just want to say that something did not happen according to the plan, but you don't want to stop the execution of your script, you can use a keyword called warn. And this warn is going to print to the standard error output. If I say warn, something is not right, save this, run our script. Oops, and looks like we left the test variable here, so let's remove that. Maybe also let's remove this global variable and just print hello. Rerun our script, we're going to see something is not quite right, which is what we warned about on line 6, but our script actually got around line 8 of printing hello. So warn is something that prints to the standard error output, but it does not stop the execution of your script. And it's very handy if you want to notify when things go wrong, but it's not on a level that it might break your script logic, so you're happy to proceed. To note, this is a basic out-of-the-box approach on how to handle exceptions in Perl. There is a much better way to throw and capture named exceptions that we will look into the future lecture. So this is it for this video. We looked at how we can throw and handle exceptions in Perl's out-of-the-box solution. I hope you found this video useful, and I'll see you at the next one.